If she's waiting for you to make a move, she won't always come out and say it directly. Instead, she'll drop subtle hints, carefully chosen words, and hidden signals that are designed to test whether you'll pick up on them. And if you pay attention, her words can tell you more about her true feelings than her actions ever could. Because the truth is, when a woman secretly wants you to take the next step, her psychology makes her reveal it in ways that sound casual but are actually powerful invitations for you to move closer. Now, before we dive into these fascinating psychology-backed truths, let me ask you something from the heart. Have you ever had that moment where you felt a deep connection with a woman, but something inside you held you back from making a move? Maybe it was fear of rejection, maybe it was uncertainty, but what if the signs were already there, and she was silently waiting for you? That's exactly what we're going to uncover today. And if you find value in understanding the secret language of female psychology, make sure to subscribe to Psychology Speaks and join a community where the mind and heart are decoded every single day. So let's begin. When a woman is waiting for you to make a move, she'll often say things that subtly lower her guard. One of the first things she might say is, "I feel so comfortable around you." Now, to most guys, this just sounds like a nice compliment. But psychology reveals something deeper. Comfort is a gateway to attraction. When she says this, she's not only telling you she feels safe, she's also signaling that she wants you to bridge the gap between friendship and something more. Another powerful phrase she may use is, "I don't usually tell people this, but..." This is her way of opening a door into her inner world. By sharing something personal, vulnerable, or even slightly intimate, she's giving you an opportunity to connect with her on a deeper level. And here's the hidden truth: psychologists call this self-disclosure. It's one of the strongest emotional bonding tools in human relationships. If she's letting you in, it's because she wants to build trust, and she's hoping you'll respond by moving closer, emotionally and physically. But there's another kind of statement you should really pay attention to. Sometimes she'll say, "I feel like you really understand me." Now, think about this carefully. Attraction is not always about looks, money, or status. It's about connection. When she tells you this, it's her subconscious way of expressing desire. She's letting you know that the bond you share goes beyond surface-level interactions. And often, this is the moment where many men miss the chance because they don't realize that this is her subtle invitation for something deeper to happen. Here's another fascinating psychological fact. Women will often test the waters by dropping hints about other people being interested in them. She might say, "Guys are always messaging me, but I don't reply." Or even, "My friends think we'd make a great couple." On the surface, these might sound casual, but in reality, she's observing your reaction. This is called selective disclosure. She's putting the idea of romance on the table without fully admitting her own feelings. If you show hesitation, she may pull back. But if you show confidence, she'll feel reassured that you're aligned with her hidden desire. Now, let's get even more direct. Sometimes, she'll say something that cuts through all the subtlety. She might ask, "Why are you still single?" Or, "What type of girls do you like?" These aren't just innocent questions. They're loaded. What she's really saying is, "Do I fit into that picture?" It's her way of pushing the conversation toward romance without openly confessing her attraction. Psychology shows us that these projective questions are one of the clearest verbal signs that she wants you to take the lead. But perhaps the most undeniable phrase she'll say when she's waiting for you to make a move is something like, "I feel like I can trust you." Why does this matter? Because trust is the foundation of intimacy. When she verbalizes this, she's not only lowering her walls, but also planting the idea that it's safe for you to move closer. And here's where most men misunderstand. They think trust is a final destination. In reality, trust is her way of saying, "I'm ready, are you?" And here's the emotional hook you need to understand. Many women fear rejection just as much as men do. They don't always confess their feelings outright because they're scared of being hurt. That's why they use words, phrases, and subtle hints to test your awareness and courage. If you fail to recognize them, she may eventually convince herself that you're not interested. And when that happens, you don't just miss a chance. You lose someone who was silently hoping you'd be the one to step up. So let me ask you, how many times have you looked back at past conversations and realized the clues were there all along? How many times have you wondered what might have happened if you had taken the risk? If you had understood the psychology behind her words? Don't let the next opportunity slip away. Because if she's waiting for you to make a move, she will say things that open the door, even if just slightly. Your job is to listen, to notice, and to have the courage to step through it. Remember, hesitation kills more connections than rejection ever could. And if you've stayed with me this far, that tells me something about you. You're not here by accident. You're here because you want to grow, to understand, and to unlock the hidden truths of human connection. So if you want to keep discovering these powerful psychology insights that can transform not just your relationships, but your entire outlook on life, then hit that subscribe button right now and join the Psychology Speaks family, because here, we don't just talk about psychology, we live it. Now, tell me in the comments, have you ever noticed a woman saying these things to you? Did you realize in that moment what she was actually trying to tell you? Or did you only understand it later? Your story could help someone else recognize the signs before it's too late.